Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The date is Thursday, March 11th, 2021. I am trustee and Mayor Pro Tem Melissa Nettermeyer, chairing the meeting this evening in Mayor Carpino's absence. This is the village board meeting for the Village of Willow Springs. We are conducting the meeting simultaneously by Zoom. The time is 7 o'clock and this meeting is called to order. Clerk Manella, can we please do the roll call?
Trustee Burks,
Here.
Kennedy. Here. Nettermeyer,
Here.
Posh. Here. Moon. Carr.
Here.
President Carpino.
What happens when you gotta work?
That completes the roll call.
Thank you. Let's all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have no presentations this evening, so the first item of business is disposition of previous minutes. In our board pack, we have meeting minutes from February 25th, 2021, this past meeting. May I have a motion to approve those?
I'll second.
A motion by trustee Burks and a second by trustee Kennedy. Is there any discussion or questions?
I just, in a public comment, just, it's something small, but motor fuel TAS should be motor fuel tax. I was trying to figure out what a TAS was.
Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. I'll fix it.
Check.
Yeah, well, apparently it worked.
Okay, with that change, are there any other comments or questions? Okay, so with that small change, can we please take a roll call vote to approve the
Thanks
minutes?
for the catch, by the way. Trustee Burks. Kennedy. Nettermeyer.
Aye,
Posh. Carr.
Aye.
and motion carries. Minutes are approved. On to reports of officials. First is out of the village president. There is none. Village administrator Brent Woods.
Thank you, Madam President. First item you have before you is we're seeking authorization to retrofit lift stations for cellular service at an amount not to exceed $20,000. What I'll explain that is that, as you know, over the years, we've had phone bills that were in excess of $100,000, of $150,000, huge phone bills. And we tracked it. I mean, we knew that it was coming from one of our lift stations. One of our alarms on one of our lift stations, the one right here in Renaissance Station, the bill for the phone line to that ranges from $11,000 to $15,000 per month. In talking, Keith had spoken with Burr Ridge. Burr Ridge had the same problem. Their lift stations were on what's called low baud circuits. AT&T doesn't like those. So the rest of our lift stations were in the $90 to $100 range a month, Keith?
$89 to $95.
$95 a month. It's just that one that has the issue. So over the years, I've begged AT&T to help us find a solution. Kept telling me our lift stations are old, can't do anything. Then we switched phone companies to call one. I asked them, can you please help us? They said they're putting their best engineers on it. And now that both these companies had their best minds and best engineers on it, I asked Keith, can you investigate what you can come up with? And so this $20,000 is going to be, this is the solution Keith found for me. The $20,000 is going to be to retrofit equipment onto all of our lift stations. And each one of our lift stations will then, including this one, will go from, we'll say average $14,000 a month to $20 a month. So that's going to be a huge savings once we take that completely off of it's going to be a cellular phone. Burr Ridge switched over to that, and they are paying $20 a month for their lift stations. So with that, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
It's gonna change from, what will it be coming up a month then?
$20.
$20 a month,
$20 a month.
instead of $15,000.
The total lift station bill would be $100 a month for all lift stations.
For all lift stations.
For the
$100.
phone service. And going to this new system, I could track pump runtime on my computer. I could see problems before they actually present themselves by if pump A or B or just one is running, then we know we got a problem with the other pump, and I'll be able to track that on our computer at my desk or my phone. So it's actually doing more for us than just fixing the phone lines. The cost of the phone lines is actually giving us more data of our lift stations at the desk or laptop.
Yeah, Keith likes all that. I like this, the savings on the phone bill.
Is there a motion for authorization to, for the amount not to exceed $20,000 to retrofit the lift station?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by trustee Carr and a second by trustee Posh. Any more questions about this? It seems like a very good move that will
Can I
essentially.
add one more thing to it?
Yes, please.
I mean, I've got one quote in so far. I'm waiting on a couple more from different companies. So, I mean, the quote we have in right now is for $13,300.
Okay,
But I'm waiting to see the company that Burr Ridge went to, that they're happy with, to see what they come in at. But I don't want to exceed the $20,000. I mean, this company is out of Indianapolis that I've talked to so far.
okay, please keep us advised about the different options that are presented. Is there any other discussion before we take a vote? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Burks. Kennedy. Nettermeyer.
Aye,
Posh.
Aye.
Carr.
motion carries.
Thank you. The next item I have is Rose Holman. We're seeking the board's authorization to appoint Rose Holman as the FOIA officer for the police department. Right now, a good deal of the requests we get in deal with police records. And it consumes a lot of time for Mary Jane to take in the request, have to process it here, then send it down to the police department where they process it, fulfill the request, and then send it back here for Mary Jane to send out. If we appoint Rose as the police department's FOIA officer, it can all start there and end there with only a spreadsheet of notifications sent to the clerk. So I'm asking for the board to appoint Rose Holman as FOIA officer for the police department.
Is there a motion? Motion by trustee Burke, second by trustee Kennedy. Other questions?
Yeah, has she gone to the FOIA class?
She's got to take that. She's going to have to take that within 90 days, is it?
It's online.
90 days.
so,
She has to
yeah.
take it within 90 days of being appointed.
I would like to make a comment, which is that I think this is a really good idea because currently I'm the only FOIA officer for the village. So I think it's just a good idea to have more than one. So
Good.
Okay.
Okay, let's should we take a roll call vote, please?
trustee Burks.
Aye.
Kennedy.
Aye.
Nettermeyer.
Aye.
Posh.
Aye.
Carr.
Aye. And the final thing I have, Madam President, is I would like to wish a very happy birthday to trustee Carr, who celebrated a birthday yesterday. Don't let him leave here without telling him happy birthday. That's,
Happy birthday.
that is all I have, Madam President.
Thank you, Administrator Woods. We'll move on to Village Clerk, Clerk Manella.
Just briefly, we do have 3 village events coming up. The Easter egg hunt will be on Saturday, April 2nd. There will be one at Lions Park and there will be one at Willow Park. The details will be coming out next week in the newsletter, which will be coming to our doors sometime next week. The next event is the Memorial Day event will take place at the corner of Archer and Willow Springs Road. And then finally, we know for sure that we're going to continue to plan for Willow Fest this year, and that's going to be the weekend of the 12th through the 15th of August. That ends my report.
Thank you. Village Engineer Dan Lynch.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Village Attorney Eric Peck.
Thank you, Madam President. For your consideration, there was supposed to be the intergovernmental agreement with Burr Ridge for a shared utilities and stormwater management. However, as I understand it, the attorney for Burr Ridge fell ill. He wasn't able to review it in time. So I would just suggest we place it on the agenda at the next meeting.
Okay, let's please move that to the agenda for the next meeting.
Mhm.
Does that conclude your report?
It does. Thank you.
Thank you. On to Village Treasurer. I don't think she's with us this evening. So reports of standing committees, Building and Zoning Committee, Trustee Carr.
Thank you, Madam President. For the month of February, we issued 6 permits, total construction cost of $362,855, resulting in total permit costs of $12,207. That brings the tally for the year to 14 permits, $505,920 of construction value, giving us in permit fees $17,069. That concludes the report.
Thank you. Finance and Administration Committee, Trustee Pash.
Thank you, Madam President. I have one item for approval tonight, and that's payroll and payroll expenses in the amount of $101,768.74. Excuse me. All fund expenses in the amount of $325,030.21 for total expenditures of $426,798.95. And I would like to make a motion to approve payroll and warrants for March 11th, 2021.
Motion by Trustee Pash. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Carr. Questions?
I'm going to have Brent explain the expenses for $325,000 is usually out of the norm, so he's going to explain that.
Yeah, I was going to mention that you may notice that this is much higher than last month or last year at this time. That is because we issued a check for $225,000 to the road construction program, company that did our road construction program. That was paid out, and that was paid out since the last board meeting. So that's why the bill list looks so high. If you were to back that out, we'd be at about 100,000, which is right around where we normally are.
Thank you for that. Is there any other further questions on the warrants? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Burks. Kennedy.
Aye.
Mattmeyer.
Aye.
Posh.
Aye.
Carr.
Aye.
Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you. License and Franchise Committee is Trustee Moon. We're going to skip that one this evening and go on to Municipal Buildings and Grounds Committee. Trustee Kennedy.
No report tonight.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Public Safety Committee. I want to start by just reminding everybody about the importance of keeping car doors locked on driveways. We've seen a spike again now in this situation. It's been ongoing. It's widespread, not just unique to Willow. It's happening all over. And I think there was a lull with the bad weather through the winter, but they're at it again. So we're seeing car break-ins and people entering garage doors. So please keep your car doors locked. We received the incident report from Chief, and so I will ask him if he has anything further to report on.
The board has our incident report for the month. There are 37 incidents. March 1st till today, we have 40 citations issued out there, and since February 1st, we've handled 32 crash reports. I'd like to thank this guy to my left, Public Works Director Keith Granton, because he did a phenomenal job on phase 1 of our new security camera system at the police station. He's got the outside, the first floor, running great, and we're just waiting on the arrival to have the lockup area in the basement done there. So I'd like to extend my thanks on behalf of our department to Keith for the great work that he's done. It's really state-of-the-art system, which helps us now, especially with building off of what Mayor Nettermeyer said with the car burglaries and auto thefts. Everything need to be recorded, and I think it's not going to stop because of the new House bill approved that these criminals know that they can get away with it. And I posted this on our website with the description of one of the offenders. There was 4 of them, and a video off of from Burr Ridge, and this is the whole crew that's been going on for most of the winter. And like Mayor Niedermeyer said, that with the break in the weather, I don't think it's going to stop. It's probably going to get worse. And this series over the last couple of nights started out of Kane County, where they were involved with 2 police pursuits, and it was the same cars that were hitting Elk Grove Village. And when we get hit, or Ridge gets hit with them. So again, please, please, please lock those cars. And I know it's probably a pain to do it all the time, but take your garage remote out of the car at night with you, because they got into some garages last night. And again, with this new House bill and no bail, where they know that when they get caught, nothing's gonna happen to them. So I don't see this trend stopping in the near future. They're not breaking into cars that are locked. They're looking specifically for cars that are unlocked. So please take all the necessary precautions of safety. Make sure if you don't have an electronic garage door opener, make sure that your garage door is locked as they're trying to open garage doors in cars. And easy out. And again, one thing I posted on the website is a lot of these cars are stolen cars, and it's a crew out of the city, and they've been hitting the same areas with the same cars. They don't care on the description. So in your area, in your community, if you see SUVs with dealer plates on it, be real suspicious and cautious of it, because that's what a lot of they're doing. They're stealing the temporary plates from the car dealerships and putting them on the stolen cars. So it's a lot of SUVs, a lot of BMWs, where they're stealing the cars, getting rides out to the suburbs, stealing cars, and then they're going in their crews all over the suburbs, from Cook County to Kane County to Will County and all over. So be careful, be cautious with that, and use all that. And check our website, it's up there, that we put up there. But another program proud to launch through our department is an initiative to work with individuals with autism and who going through experiencing crisis situation. We're here to help to support them. It's going to be in the newsletter. I'm working on a registration form for the families to get back to us. I want to make sure that it's all under HIPAA guidelines with privacy rights, because we'll give that information to our dispatch center. And it's a voluntary program for families who register. So if they have children with autism, it's autism spectrum disorder, and it's usually diagnosed and discovered by the time the young child, by 3 years old. It hits 1 in about every 68 children out there, and it's 4 times likely more in boys than girls. And you know, with our department and going through this program, I've worked with our CIP coordinator, Bill Carmia. He's working on the registration form for me. So when the families register, we'll be giving them stickers to put in their windows. And then this way the dispatchers can notify the officers that when on their way there, they might be dealing with somebody that might have some little extra special needs. So it's a great program to launch. And I also like to recognize too autism. The month of April is Autism Awareness Month, so I'd like to get that going, you know, prior to. So the only thing right now is on the registration form to make sure that we're HIPAA compliant. But it's a great program and to help those that need a little more special assistance. You know, when we get there, it gives us a better chance to get a little more training and understanding about dealing with people with special needs with autism.
Very good.
And that's my report.
Thank you very much. Before I move on to Public Works, I want to mention some announcements for Beautification Commission. You'll be seeing in the newsletter that's coming out, they put some information in there, but I wanted to just reiterate that they have their Buy a Brick program going where people are able to do that. And then also the Garden Park is launching its 2nd season, and applications, if anybody wanted to rent a garden box, there is, those are available now. And lastly, there will be an Earth Day cleanup. So visit the website or, you know, keep an eye out in the newsletter for all the details on those if you're interested. And that concludes my report for that. So we'll move on to Public Works Committee. Trustee Burks.
I defer to Keith. I don't have anything, but I don't know if he's got anything.
I have nothing for this evening. You touched on the cleanup day, and that's mostly going to be based in our parks. The cleanup day is going to be based in the parks for the cleanup.
All right.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any old business? New business?
I would like to give a little information on our building that collapsed at 8104 Archer. Myself and Brent Woods were out there about 2 weeks ago with the owner and the adjuster. His name is Keith Berkowitz. We didn't go inside, he went inside. He called me Monday and he told me it's 99% that it will be a complete loss. He's supposed to let me know tomorrow if it is going to be a complete loss. I can't see him rebuilding it. But he explained to me with all the damages of these buildings, in fact, he's even working on the View Restaurant over in Bridgeview. That roof had collapsed in. And he says he's just got a ton of adjustments he's got to do, but he told me he hopes by tomorrow he'll give me an answer on what's going to happen with that building. I can't see it being repaired. I mean, it's too far gone. So that's just my update on that.
Thank you for that, Bruce. Appreciate the update. Any other new business? Okay.
Signed up?
Public comment, was there anybody signed up?
Nope.
Sign up. No.
Anybody wishing to make a public comment from Zoom?
If you can't find the raise your hand function, feel free to turn on your camera and raise your hand in front of us that way.
All right, it doesn't look like anybody from Zoom wishes to speak. So with no public comment and no need for executive session, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. We have a second, or we have a motion by trustee Paj, and we'll say a second by trustee Burks. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Burks. Kennedy. Nettermeyer.
Aye.
Posh.
Aye.
Carr.
Aye.
Carries and meeting adjourned at 7:21. Thank you, everybody.